Erev Shabbos Parshas Ki Savo, Moshe Rabbeinu tells us what it means to be the people of the Rabbeinu Shalom. And yeah, it can be pretty scary. There's definitely, responsibility. But life of responsibility is a meaningful life. And he says in the beginning of the parsha, he says Hayoim, and there's a Rashi at the beginning and the end of the parsha, describing, explaining what Moshe Rabbeinu is saying when it says that you are going to be the Jewish people. What does it mean to be the Am Segula, the Yisrael Kedoshim? Rashi says that when Moshe Rabbeinu says that Hayoim, you are Hashem's the Am Nivichar, it means Hayoim, today and every day. Whenever you in the 21st century are reading this pasuk, this message from Moshe Rabbeinu, it's today, Hayoim, this Erev Shabbos, this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day of the month, whatever year, whatever decade you're in. Today, you are now in a Ben Melech, anew, fresh. What does it mean to be fresh? We say LeDavid every day. In Elul, twice a day. Either Mincha, Marav. You could say it by both, an extra kapitel Tehillim never hurt. We say, David Melech tells Rabbeinu Shalom, Achas shaltem es Hashem uisa vakish. I'm asking just one thing. Obviously, it was more than one thing. And there's a medrash that says that David tells Hashem, look, you said, Ma Hashem l'kech shoyim imcho, and then you said, I just ask one thing of you, Klal Yisrael. And then you go on a list, Leroy, sorry, Avo, sorry, Dovko boy. So I took a page out of your book, says David HaMelech. Just one thing. Shivti bebeis Hashem kol yimei chayai. I just want to be connected with you. Shivti Hashem like this summit. Memela, everything else on the list comes to pass. Those are all the totzah, the outcome of being connected to Hashem, of being connected to our Father in heaven, the one and only. Rav Asher Weiss points out something incredible. Achas sha'alti means one thing. Sha'alti, I asked in the past from Hashem. Oisa avakesh, this is what I request now. Avakesh, this is what I'm asking now for the future. Rav Asher Weiss says that the nature of life, humanity, is as you grow up, your dreams change. You're a child, you want to be an adult. You're an adult, you just want to be a child. You want to be rich. And when you're old, you don't want to be rich anymore. You just want covered. You just want health. The dreams change as as life moves on, and that's a healthy thing. There's a guy who was like in his 80s who checked off his bucket list from when he was 20. He made a bucket list. He wanted to go on to the Jets stadium. He wanted to be on the field during a game, and he wanted this and that. And it took 60 years, but he checked his bucket list. Nebuch! Your list when you're 80 shouldn't be the same list when you're 20. But David HaMelech says, my past list and my future list is exactly the same when it comes to this. The one thing that I always wanted, and the one thing that I always will want, is Shifti bebeis Hashem kol yimei chayai. I just want to be with Hashem. I want to be in your presence. I want to be connected with you, capital Y. The Pia Setzna has this beautiful letter, like a very personal letter that he writes to Hashem. They have emotional journals. Every year should have a God journal. And he tells their bunch of them, I love you. I love you so much. I don't know what to give you. He says, to daven, I daven a lot. I put everything I have into my tefillah. I always have what to learn. I've always tried to learn my best. He said, Rabban Shalom, I wish I could be Magayer for you. But my last sot, I was born Jewish. Kilim, he's complaining. He's like, Rabban Shalom, if I wasn't a Yid, I'd have the schus of becoming a Yid. But I can't do that. Hayoy, Moshe Rabbeinu says, today is a brand new day. Kilu, today, if I could be Magayer and become a Yid, today is like the first day that I'm a Yid. Today could be like the first day that I am a member of the Am HaNivchar. Not everyone is able to live in Flatbush Borough Park, Muncie, and Lakewood. And there are people who are born in the middle of nowhere, and their parents aren't necessarily connected. There's a lot of kiruv to be done. It's easy when you're in the insulation not to feel and notice it. There was a girl, mother was Jewish, father was not. So she's very Jewish. And the parents had an agreement that religion isn't really going to play a role. We're going to keep an even playing field. Typically, when you go into a marriage like that, suddenly when there's a Christmas tree in the house, it bothers the Jewish spouse. And when there's a menorah, it's bothering the Christian spouse. And for some reason, suddenly religion starts mattering to you. Chava, this girl went to a Jewish school, a Jewish day school, and she was coming home and she was lighting candles for Shabbos. And she loved it. She was saying this bracha and talking to the Baruch Shalom. That's all she had. That was her one pipeline to the Baruch Shalom. Baruch Hashem, we know hundreds and hundreds of mitzvahs, thousands of ways of connecting to Hashem, morning and night. The way we tie our shoes is a way of connecting to Hashem. She had lighting candles, and she would glow. And it was bothering the Christian Tati a little bit. Dad's like, yeah, but what about my yichus? So he sat down with the mother, with his wife, and said, here's the deal. You want to do this Jewish thing for our daughter? Beseder. Go for it. But you also have to do Christian stuff for her. She has to get baptized. If she goes Christian, then she can stay in the Jewish school. Elu va'elu. If not, I'm pulling her out. That was the ultimatum. What are you going to do? Girl hears. She says, I'm not leaving Jewish school. If this is what daddy needs, this is what I'll do. Right? Mother said, this is what you have to do. Said. So she goes. They schlep her into this Roman Catholic church. And the priest is telling her to say these prayers. Doesn't say a word. Sprinkling water, she's standing there stoic. Like they're crushing her soul. She's doing what she has to do just to get her father off her back. And at one point, she realizes that it's Friday night. She goes over to the side of this Roman Catholic church, and they have these candles lit over there. She takes a candle, takes some fire from one. She makes a bracha. Lahadlik ner shel Shabbos. Her father wasn't happy. I'm sure the Pope had priest Galach over there had no idea what just hit him. And with a neshama on fire like you can't imagine, with a joy, a mesiras nefesh, a connection to Sarah Rivka Rachel Aleah, she lights a candle, Kavod Shabbos, to welcome the Shabbos Queen in a Roman Catholic church. When we are B'nai Malachim, when we are Benois Malachim, you sprinkle all the water on me in the world, my friend. I'm a Yid. And the Baruch Shalom is connected to us. We just have to look up, and he's right there. It's like he's already hugging us. We just have to hug him back. He's just waiting. And anything we do, mamash, anything we could do, we could use it to connect to Hashem. No matter where you are, no matter what you are, no matter where you're holding, no matter what level you are on, there's something very big that you could do in the small things you do that creates a relationship to infinity. May we be zeich that every day of our life should be something fresh. And the dream of connecting to Hashem should stay fresh forever. Zule emanti Leroy's B'tov Hashem, Leroy's B'tov Hashem, B'eretz Chaim, Lule emanti, Leroy's B'tov Hashem, Leroy's B'tov Hashem, B'eretz Chaim, Kaveh el Hashem, Chazak v'yametz libecho, Chazak v'yametz libecho, v'kaveh el Hashem, kaveh el Hashem, Chazak v'yametz libecho, Chazak v'yametz libecho, v'kaveh el Hashem. Good Shabbos, good Shabbos, good Shabbos.